how do you feel about fighting even as a student? Are the players focusing on the game, or are they focusing on fighting?
Focusing on the game. Someone will get mad with it.
They need to get over it.
Fighting out there.
Hello, YouTube. This is for Satan's pen pal. I'm not even gonna upload this. I'm gonna send it to him. I've been an atheist for so long, I can't recall exactly why or when. I was very young when I can remember thinking that everybody in the world has to be pretending to actually believe in this. And then, of course, there comes a day when you realize that they're not pretending, that these people are so stupid they're willing to die for this. But when I was younger, we had records that we would listen to, comedy records, albums, and George Carlin openly ridiculed the church, and believe it or not, at that time Bill Cosby openly ridiculed the church, and that was an epiphany for me that people would just do it out in the open like that. And in 40 years, 45 years since then, I haven't seen anything to change my mind. In fact, everything I've ever observed has only served to confirm my disbelief. And I continue to disbelieve and to debate about it on YouTube because, I don't know, it's important to me not to be an idiot. Of course, there's a lot of other reasons too. And you look at the scores in math and science for kids from the United States, and the United States has just turned into a laughing stock, and we're the only ones like that, unless you count third world countries where there is no education. The difference here is we have an education available. We all know how to read. We just choose to read idiotic things. What the hell was it? It was like 75% of Americans felt that Genesis was a more realistic explanation of life on Earth than evolution. So that's an incredible statistic, and that right there is a good reason to go on YouTube and debate with these dumbasses. So I'm not alone in the car here today. I'm going to turn this over to my son. I don't know if he wants me to ask him questions or...
I'm just going to explain. I feel like that Christianity is caused as a bait. A normal human being should not think it logical for another human-like figure to be floating somewhere in the universe, creating everything. Unless it's planted in your head as an infant, there's no way a logical human being could see that happening. It's just illogical to see another human floating and then create an entire planet. And then what about the other planets? Why would he just create all these useless planets? That's just my philosophy. Actually, it's pure logic just to understand this.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Good. Honey, do you want me to ask you questions, or do you not want to go at all? Okay. This is my lovely wife, and I think Debbie kind of teeters between atheism and agnosticism, which is fine. And when do you think you realized that you probably weren't like other people?
Oh, there are all kinds of reasons. But, you know, when I was a kid, I never really understood the reason for why we went to church. Whether it was explained or not explained very well, I don't know. I was just never very comfortable going to church, or I never really thought much about God or religion. And even as an adult, when I was in college and I was learning about all different kinds of religions, it gave me a knowledge, a basic knowledge about all religions, and it helps me respect, because some religions have some wonderful qualities that I wouldn't mind incorporating into my life. So whether I believe in a higher power, well, I think for me the sun is actually a very strong influence in my life. That would be my higher power. The sun is what motivates me to be alive.
Hence the house in Florida.
Hence the house in Florida, right. Right. I don't spend any time thinking about religion. Jesus didn't do anything for me when I was a kid, when I was learning about it, when I was an adult, when I was learning about it. It just didn't seem to impress me one way or another.
You didn't ever go to catechism or anything? 'Cause I did all that crap.
No, we did have to go to Sunday school, and I just remember getting lost in the church, having a good experience in the church because it was crowded and busy, and I didn't know what was going on there. I was a little too lost. I'm comfortable.
Scary place.
It was a scary place when I was a kid. I'm comfortable with going into any religious place of worship now. I can go into a mass, I can go into any type of a shrine or any type of a church. I can go outside when people are worshiping, and I wouldn't feel uncomfortable being there. But I would have a hard time buying into it. I'd like to learn about it, but I'm not necessarily going to make it a part of my life. I don't know if there's anything in religion that's never been proven to me. And that's an aspect that, you know, I can believe in the sun because I know the sun's there. And the sun does things for me, keeps me alive. But if it's not there and I can't see it or you can't prove it to me, I'm going to be hard pressed to buy into it.
And I'm glad you added, and you can't prove it to me, because Christians will come on and say, oh, well, you can't see an atom, but you know it's there, and you can't see gravity, but right, and gravity is a demonstrable action, and atoms, you know, if you really had, well, yeah, you can look at it with an electron microscope. And it's amazing that we can see things with an electron microscope, but this entity that created the entire universe, well, we can't see him. You know?
One last thing. Go Allen Park Huskies.
Going to my son's hockey game. I just want him to get through this without losing any teeth or anything.
No problem.
Okay, I guess that's it. I will include a